Hey guys, we're going to dive into a message here from the Divine Masculines. It's Twintuitive 717. This is the Bossy Beeves here in the basket. And whoever finds this reading, I hope that it brings you clarity on your twin flame journey. Okay, what I'm getting here is a masculine that watches you, okay? So for those of you who feel watched by your Divine Masculines, maybe you two are in this very passionate back and forth cycle of connecting with one another, pulling away, connecting with one another, pulling away. I'm hearing third parties involved, but the energy that I'm getting for this particular reading is the third party is actually on your side, whoever's listening to this reading, okay? And you might already resonate just based off of the title of the reading, but I feel like the word sidelines stands out to me. Your masculine waits on the sidelines to see what your next move is going to be. Okay, I feel like they're patiently waiting to see if you're going to close off this cycle that you're in. Many of you could be married, you could be in long-term situations where you have contracts to fulfill with other people. It's not as easy as meeting your masculine or your twin flame and then all of a sudden walking away from the current relationship that you're in. It is like a slow dissolving of karmic contracts that we have in this lifetime with other people. And the thing is that when you're on the twin flame journey, you're forced almost to do things by the book. Or do things in the right way with having a lot of integrity, respect for your karmic partner. So I feel like a lot of your masculines are starting to piece this all together. So it's like there's this patient waiting on the sidelines where they keep a very close eye on this feminine, okay? Let's see what's coming up here. So we have self-care. We also have release, surrender, and purge. Okay, self-care and energy tells me that this is maybe something your masculines are having to practice because, as you guys can see here, we have the release, surrender, and purge. What I feel from that is that this is what they're waiting for patiently. It's for either you to release the past or surrender to this truth that they mean something to you. I'm also getting to, with the water energy in this card, that this could be a masculine who's very sensitive, or they could be a water sign where they're just more emotional when it comes to you. They may not admit that outright, and they may hold a lot of that or secretly hold on to it as a secret, where they're very sensitive to waiting around for you to close off the cycle. I feel like it often triggers them to do things that maybe drain their energy. What I mean by that is waiting for you to release and surrender and purge whatever karmic situation that you're in. It really takes a toll on this masculine. I feel like the reason self-care and energy is coming up is because maybe they need to focus on this a little bit more rather than watch you or keep a close eye on you, because when they watch you, they may observe you on Facebook, they may see you on Instagram, like social media sites. Maybe many of you have public platforms, and it's very draining and triggering. And I'm hearing the word jealousy. The jealousy really takes a toll on them. This is a divine masculine who may watch you and they really fantasize or wish to know what it's like to live life with you. I'm also hearing it's not fair, so they may find that it's not fair that your karmic partner gets to experience certain aspects of life with you, and they don't. And there's that word sidelines coming up again. It's like it's painful for them to have to watch this from the sidelines. And I'm also getting family life. So family life is something that they could be patiently waiting to see that evolve in some way where they fit into your world. Okay, sometimes I feel like a lot of your masculines are getting discouraged because they don't want to cause any tower moments or that cliche of being a home wrecker, whatever the case is. But I do feel like this masculine, they can sense your energy, divine feminine. They can sense that there is something missing, and that missing feeling is they can feel you missing them. And now that your masculine has showed up in your life, I feel like many of you who are still in karmic situations, you can slowly feel that starting to crumble because your masculine's energy is getting stronger and stronger in your own life. A lot of you can feel it, and the more that you can feel your masculine's energy, I feel like the more you're feeling like a disconnect from the person that you're currently with, or even the life that you're currently living. Something is wanting to shake up so that it can change. Let's get some clarification on this energy. So we have air, ace, or Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay, so this message could be amplified if you're an air sign. Maybe you're dealing with a water sign masculine. You could be the air sign. I feel like you're in your mental thought a lot about this masculine coming into your life, because even with the divine feminine, I feel like this is the case where, you know, it's not always the feminines waiting around for the masculines to dissolve karmic contracts. A lot of the times, guys, like, it's your masculines, and the energy feels like very sad at times, very depressed. They long for you, but something about it that's painful is like, I keep getting this energy around like having to keep it all a secret, or it's like they don't want to be seen as that vulnerable for feeling for you the way that they do. I'm hearing they get really, really jealous, possessive. Like the idea of feeling the depths of love that they do for you, and then having to watch you complete, fulfill, go through karmic contracts with other people. Like, I'm hearing it's really triggering for this masculine. We also have limitations and fears. I think that they fear that you're never going to release this situation or see it for what it is. Another message I'm getting, and I think it's actually a written message that I have in this written deck that I've done, but the message in that deck was, I see right through your karmic. I feel like that's what a lot of your masculines get caught up and emotional over, or maybe even jealous, or it's this feeling of like maybe watching your pictures on social media and like getting angry with the person that you're with, because maybe that person doesn't, like, they don't desire you the way that your masculine would. They don't do the things for you that your masculine would. Okay, and I feel like all of these things makes your masculine feel, you know, irritated. And also too, these limitations are around not being able to see you, not being able to hold you and feel you. If you guys look closely at this card, there's actually a hand reaching out. This could depict like you being trapped in this house here. If many of you too have like weird dreams of being caught in like a building and not being able to get your way out or figure your way out. 'Cause I don't know why I'm being guided to say this, but some of you could have dreams where it's like you're on elevators and then you'll come out into a floor, and it's like you're constantly trying to work your way out, and you just keep running into more hallways. And I feel that for some of you. And the way this person is trapped in this house, I feel like it is the card here where I talked about release, surrender, and purge, where a lot of your masculines feel like they'll always be stuck longing for you, because they feel like you'll be in a place where it's like you'll always have these fears about leaving the situation that you're in, feeling trapped inside of the situation that you're in. You know, 444 is like feeling trapped in the four walls of a home type of thing. Look out for 444 if you guys are seeing that, or maybe you've been seeing it and then you stumble across this reading and I end up saying that, or maybe after this reading you'll end up seeing 444. You know, maybe a lot of you can sense that, you know, this is exactly what's happening, and a lot of you might question, like, I wonder what my masculine is thinking, how they're feeling. Like, a lot of you too in the feminine energy, like, I do sense like guilt as well. Like, many of you do feel your masculine's energy getting closer and closer, and at times you're like, what do I do? Let's get your energy on your best course of action here with this situation that you're in. What's your best course of action here, Divine Feminine, when it comes to this karmic contract? Okay, so we get Venus, and we get offer, and then we get sabotage, and we have guilt. Okay, so I have compassion for those of you who are in situations where it's very painful, right, to realize that you're falling out of love with the person that you've been with forever, because when your divine masculine shows up into your life, the energy is just, it's unmatched. It takes over, it consumes you. So I feel like with this offer here, it's a message that says that a lot of the divine feminines out there, you guys are actually like involved in a lot of soulmate relationships. And I feel too, like with guilt and sabotage, you feel like your hands are tied here. I feel like a lot of you feel guilt because you may perceive that you have life all figured out, and then boom, here comes your twin flame. You know, me, for example, I had my son, and when he was 5 months old, that's when my masculine ended up reaching out to me and kind of spilling the beans on, you know, this connection that I had felt for so long, but I never acted on it. And, you know, he decided to kind of act on it as well when my son was only 5 months old, and it was just at a time where, you know, I really was walking on sunshine, but I couldn't deny his energy. And when he did communicate, it was just, my mind was blown, because I was like, oh my God, like this whole shebang is real. Like, I have been dreaming of him but still I continue to move forward in my life. I never stopped my life because I was dreaming of him and getting all of these synchronicities, and I still kept pushing it forward. And then of course, you pull their energy in when just kind of you're on that wheel and you keep going with the flow. So I feel like this card, and like I don't usually open up about this stuff on YouTube. I do have a lot of my videos where I open up about my own journey on Patreon. So if you guys ever want to check that out or know more, or wonder if I've ever talked about my own journey, yes, if you check out my Patreon link, there's a library full of videos there. But I'm getting that with the collective of feminine here that I'm channeling this message for, is that many of you feel torn. It's like, why would this happen to me now at this point in my life? And I'm telling you guys, like, this is definitely a divine masculine who, like, they ask themselves the same thing. I feel like this is a masculine too. At times they feel guilty because they want to leave you alone. They really do, but they can't. They cannot leave you alone. Many of them may perceive and observe that maybe you're grounded and you're happy, but there's something that they can't put their finger on. It's in your eyes. And I do feel too that the more you feel your masculine's energy, or when they do come in and make that communication and the ice is broken where it's all real, there is this real connection between you two. I feel like that's when the rose-colored glasses come off, and many of us in the feminine energy, we really get clarity. Our third eye opens up when you meet your twin and that connection gets confirmed. The reason the karmic towers and all of that stuff start shaking is because the rose-colored glasses come off. You're able to see people a lot more clearly. You're not as naive. You're not as, laid back. You're not just letting life live you. You're really starting to write the script. So that's why, a lot of those karmic towers fall, because we can't live falsely anymore once we meet our twin. So that's what's going on for this reading, guys. I don't know who it's meant for, but I hope it helps in some way. And, just know that when it comes to your divine masculine, and a lot of you might question or wonder what it is they're doing. Maybe you guys aren't communicating because there's this elephant in the room of this karmic situation that, you're in here, divine feminine. And many of you might wonder, like, what's going on? Where is this going to go? Well, the current energy here for your divine masculine is that they're waiting on the sidelines. And many of you know this. You can feel this. Trust your gut, trust your intuition. But I do feel like there's this like slow process of things kind of being found out over time, and like divine timing will take its course. But if a lot of you are wondering, divine masculine, current energy, waiting on the sidelines for you. Okay, they haven't taken their eye off of you, period. Okay, they're waiting to see where this goes just as much as you are. Okay, all right guys, so that's what I have for you. You guys take it easy, and I will catch you in the next reading. Okay, bye guys.